See. Okay. All right. So, I think I got a few things up here. So earlier I did a live stream for you guys. Now I'm gonna be doing a lot more live streams. Earlier I was just looking through, just kind of getting an idea of kind of what was discussed. Being that it was the first live stream, I didn't quite get to cover everything. Um, let's see here. I didn't quite get to go over everything as planned. But going forward here, I plan to move forward with swing trades. So that was a question that came up. During the this turbulent time that we're having, like I said, going into May 1st, as you see, we're kind of seeing a dump in the market, and it's been pretty choppy. This is not going to be a long stream. I'm just letting everybody know a few things that I went in and I kind of looked at for the live stream. Like one thing was Grayscale that you guys had asked me about. When I talked to Grayscale, the few things that they were talking about is they have a BTC yield bearing, basically where people are going to be able to stake their BTC and have a yield bearing BTC account. I also wanted to go into my thoughts on Caspa. I will contact them again, but they did say that they're. I do believe he didn't give an answer on it. I'll put that straight out there. He said he would let me know. But I think it has something to do with Coinbase custody because Grayscale is interconnected with Coinbase. And for those that know and been around in crypto for a while, you look at Phantom, or they transitioned to Sonic. They were, I mean, Phantom. Looking at it, the ecosystem, and actually the activity that's going on chain on Sonic is phenomenal. But yet you notice like Sonic nor Phantom was ever listed by Coinbase. Like it's tradable, and they made it eventually like tradable in their wallet and stuff, but it's not something you can just go on there and buy. And it brings kind of that thought and attention to Coinbase has select assets that are keen to their investments, as I would say. Like if like for example, Ethereum for a long period of time, if you wanted to get Tether or whatever, the go-to was Ethereum. You needed to send your Tether on the Ethereum network. And things like Caspa, for instance, right? It's they have to buy OTC, over the counter. It brings up the kind of the same question with Phantom, right, or Sonic. It's got all this great technology, active chain use, but Coinbase does not want to list it actively, right? And this has been a chain that's been around, been improving, and done phenomenal things. I mean, Phantom, TPS, its ecosystems growing, and yet they still don't have a listing. I believe Grayscale did not list Caspa due to Coinbase custodial issues. And when I think it was Paul Atkins, I believe, was elected, it was a really strange timeline where when they elected, I believe it was Paul Atkins back in, they put Caspa back on the assets of consideration that took it back off. I believe it's Paul Atkins off the top of my head, but I'd have to check. But that was one of the things that came to my mind was Coinbase willing to custody Caspa? Because the thing is it's not about the technology for them; it's all about the money, right? So I'm just going back through, sharing some thoughts on that earlier that I didn't clarify. About the Grayscale listing and talking to Grayscale. Like I said, they were very big on the AI pitch. That was something they were really big on. Akash. I talked to him about Axelar actually, which I didn't get to talk to you, and that was when the guy was like, "Oh, you really know your stuff," and he mentioned Pith. So he said that they had an active line in investing into Pith. But Axelar may be on the radar. He did not say that, but in all eyes, I do believe Axelar to be better tech than Pith, but they do have a fun Chainlink Pith. But I just wanted to step on here for a moment and, going forward, I'm going to be able to share the screen. So we're going to be starting to go into charts, starting to go into things, and I'm going to announce these days in advance, just so everybody gets a chance to make sure that they can join here. Earlier I just posted something about meme coins, right? Like I am not married to any of my bags, right? I love my BTC. I do love Casper, but at the end of the day, we can't marry our bags. Some of the goals that I have for the group and for myself are swing trades. Now, in the market right now, and this will be on our next live stream or video. I'm going to be discussing what is going on for the market to keep reacting in the ways that it's reacting, right? Obviously, we know liquidity isn't the only answer, right? There's a lot more at play here, and I'm going to be doing deep dives on that. And I think in the meantime, obviously, leverage trading is great. I have known a lot of people that have been in the crypto verse for a long time, and they are just like, hey, look, I stopped leverage trading a long time ago. It's like a loser's game. It's not a loser's game. You can absolutely win a lot of the times, but there's some options out there for us with, certain meme coin projects that do have a valid community that, that whales tend to look at this, right? Like if the supply is 1 billion, that price drops, we can get in and possibly be looking for those 2-3x gains and looking for the exit ways and not marrying our bags. And that's what I was just talking about earlier. And just like I said, I'm not going to be on here for long. I just wanted to clarify a few things with the Grayscale. They were obviously big on AI. Another cryptocurrency that I want to dive more into is Akash. He did mention Akash, and it kind of brought, of course, we know Akash, kind of the DPIN, which is also ties into the 4IR. So these are some things that are upcoming. We're going to be talking about the macro, the situation, what's going on in the economy, what the FOMC meeting, data is looking like. Earlier, I was talking about this, some of the soft data rolling into the hard data, coming up here soon. So we're going to be doing a dive on that. I appreciate everybody's time, and I will talk to everyone soon. Okay, so everybody have a great day. I'm out. If you have any questions, please contact me throughout the day. Or if it's your evening or night, I will try to get back to everybody. But the main thing is we're here to win, right? We're here to be a team, grow as a team. If anybody ever, finds, or they have a cryptocurrency, there was another group member that brought up, hey, what do you guys think? Coaches, what do you guys think about this cryptocurrency? And we looked into it and it was like, it's a new one. It's, kind of iffy. And so, like as a team, we can work together and kind of navigate this. Obviously we're in some, difficult times, and it is like a coin flip. Like no one can with any certainty say that the market's going to go up tomorrow or the next day. It's a coin flip right now, but I am studying for you guys every single day on the macro. That's my main thing, is studying what's going on, because the central banks control crypto, point blank. The central bank policy is what controls this whole game. So if we can get ahead of what the central banks are doing, we will be ahead of this whole thing. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in earlier. I just wanted to stop by, say thank you, and I will talk to you guys soon.